Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture series in DBMS. Today we are going to learn about relationship and relationship set. So now relationship is an association between two or more entities of same or different entity sets. So let's understand that with this example. Over here, this is an entity set that is a teacher and there is another entity set that is a student. Now there is a relation between these two entity set that is teachers. That is now teacher teaches student. So we can understand that there is a relationship, there is a association between these two entity sets, and that association is teachers. So we can now understand that association between two or more entities of same or different entity sets. So over here, these entity sets we can say are different, and there is a relationship between these two entity sets, that is teachers. Now sometimes there can be a relation between same entity sets as well. Say for example, there is the entity set student. Now in this, the first student entity set represents all the CRs of all sections, and another entity set again will be of student type, and that includes all the students of sections. Now what will happen? Now for each and every class there will be a class representative who manages all other students of this class. So we can say now there is a relationship between two same entity sets, and that is class CR, who is a student, manages other students of the same class, right? So now we can see that there is a relationship between two different entity sets, that is teachers, or it can be a relationship between two entity sets that are of same type, that is student manages student, right? And however, there is relationship set. Now this says relationships of same type. Let's understand that with the example again. We'll represent this diagram into the set representation format. So with that, we can have this teacher entity set will have multiple entities that are the teachers. So this represents, within this entity sets we have taken three entities, that is teacher 1, teacher 2 and teacher 3. Likewise, within this entity set we have three entities, that is student 1, student 2 and student 3. Now there is a relation among these two entity sets where there is teacher 1, the entity who is teaching student 1. So there is a relation from teacher 1 to student 1, and then there is a relation from teacher 2 to student 3. Then there is a relationship from teacher 3 to student 1. So now we can have over here, there are multiple relations over here. So we can say this is the teacher entity set, this is the student entity set, and all these relations between different entities in these two entity sets, all these relations make up the relation set. And why do we say that relationship of same type? Because now we know all these relations are actually denoting one type of relationship, that is teachers. So teacher 1 teaches student 1, teacher 2 teaches student 3, and likewise teacher 3 teaches student 2. So all these set of relations that are coming under this relationship set, that is teachers, makes up the relationships. So every single edge over here represent the relationship. However, the entire set represents the relationship set. Now we need to understand that relationship set is represented by diamond in ER diagram. We can see that over here, that this relationship set, for representing that we are using the diamond symbol. However, the relationship is not at all represented in ER diagram. Like very same way that we had entity set and the entities, we understood that all these entities actually represent the instance of the database. However, this entity set represents the structure. In the same way, these relationships represent the instance, and this relationship set or otherwise called as relationship types are representing the structure of the database. So we know while representing the ER diagram, while showing the ER diagram, we need to have the understanding of structure of the database, and so we use entity set and we use relationship set in the ER diagram. However, relationships are not represented in the ER diagram. Now, relationships in database are represented by a row. However, relationship sets are represented by the separate table or the column. We'll see this in depth when we'll discuss about ER diagram conversion to relational models. For now, we just need to know this, that relationship is represented by row in a table in database. However, relationship sets are represented by the separate table or the column. Now, there are three important components of relationship sets, that is name, degree and cardinality. So first thing is that name. So we need to understand that within a database, if we are representing relationship among the two entity sets, we should be able to identify these relationship sets that we are defining. So for that purpose, the name should be unique for different relationship sets, right? Like over here we have this relationship set, that is teacher and the student. Between this two, the relationship set name is teachers. Now if we have some other relationship set, say for example student enrolled in course, so that name is enrolled in, right? So within one database we have multiple relationship sets, and each and every relationship set's name will be unique so that we can later on identify them. Now in our upcoming videos we'll understand that how to know the degree of the relationship set and how to compute the cardinality. That is all for today's lecture. Thank you.